Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. Nah. I tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin. Oh, till the Sandman he comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, enter night. Take my hand, we're off to Never Never Land. Something's wrong, shut the light. Heavy thoughts tonight, and they aren't of Snow White. Dreams of war, dreams of liars, dreams of dragons' fire, and of things that will bite. Yeah. Gabagoo.
Yes. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Fightful Coexisting. Coexisting. I was going to say Coexistence. I forgot the show's name. Hope everyone's doing well. I was able to get Alex Pulowski of Sour Graps to do that cover. I said, Alex, could you do me a favor? I do a cold opening for every show, and we absolutely love your Tony D voice, and I know you like Metallica. I like Metallica, so I go, can you do Enter Sandman for me? And he did. So,
next time you should get him to sing Bloodline by Slayer. Because I'm so fucking annoyed that WWE claimed they do not have the money for Bloodline by Slayer to play while telling the story about the Bloodline. That, it's annoying. It's frustrating. If Alex can sing the song with his Tony D'Angelo voice, it would be so awesome. We can maybe kind of try it with the Valley Girls,
Yeah.
But it's not gonna work that way. How are you doing, Rob?
I am good. I am doing good. I see a lot of people in chat, so I want to say thank you to everybody that's here. And man, we got here we go. I'm getting better.
You're getting good. You're getting better.
So it's been good, doing good. I see a lot of people saying some nice things. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I did. I've been working out, so, and thank you, Jeremy. I just decided to try to change some things. Got a haircut and these new glasses. I figured out that I needed things because I couldn't see worth a damn. So yeah, here we are. But we have a fun show planned. Maggie, it's been kind of a weird week with everything going on, but
it's been, before we start talking about it, I'm going to tell you a story about today.
Okay. Go ahead.
On Wednesday, maybe on my day off, I got a new tattoo.
Ooh.
And because it's not, completely summer here, I actually had to, to not cover it with stuff because I have to put ointment on it. And I had to go do my day shift today, and I had to actually put my sweats on because they're baggy and weren't going to, to stick on the new tattoo. And it's because it's still early for short pants. And I had to put on my sweatpants. And I was like, I'm just so sure that if one of my bosses, one particular one, if he sees me, he's going to fire my ass. Because he's incredibly snobby and he hates sweatpants. I'm sure that he works out in jeans or whatever. So I was like, no, it's Friday. He's not going to show up. So when he showed up, I was just I was telling him about the stuff that needs to be done. We need this, and we have to get this done. And he was just looking at me, and he was like, what the hell are you wearing? And I was like, okay, I don't think you heard me. We need this and this. And he was like, no. What the fuck are you wearing? And I'm like, I'm wearing sweatpants. And he's like, you have half an hour to go back home and dress in something other than sweatpants, and then come back, and I'm like, I'm not fucking doing it. Like, I have a shift I need to go through. And he was like, I'm gonna let this one slide. And he was just so dead ass serious, because like he always clings on, on the ridiculous stuff. He always finds stuff to moan about,
Yeah.
And like, I'm one of his closest friends. Like, I love the guy, but he's just so incredibly annoying at sometimes.
Yeah.
This is the first thing. And the second thing I want to talk to you guys like for quite a bit. Yes, I was talking about Jackie. I see Jackie in the chat. Jackie, we absolutely love you. And guys, please go on to Jackie's Twitter. She is at LoveYouMake24. Go on her Twitter, and yesterday she posted a GoFundMe for her and her family. They are going through a hell of a time right now. They lost a member of their family, and they set up a GoFundMe to help with the ridiculous expenses that go with that. This is extremely important to me because we absolutely adore Jackie, and we are here for her. And guys, whatever you can, go help her out, go support her. Jackie, we love you. Please take care.
Yes, we do. And from the bottom of my heart and Maggie's, we just want to say that we're thinking of you, and we love you. So thank you for everything that you do, your support for us. So we wish you the best, and but thank you. So
Jackie has been a treasure since day one. Absolutely. So she deserves all the love, guys. Even if you can help, just send Jackie all your positive vibes and your support and love, because she gives it out every time, and now she needs some. So we're sending you, Jackie, all our thoughts, and we love you.
Yes. Got our first super chat from Ryan Sullivan. Thank you, buddy. He goes, there's Maggie and Rob. Maggie and the Rob. One is Bulgarian and the other is Bob. They're podcasting hosts who make me laugh the most. They're Maggie, and the Rob. That is from I knew it right away. That's Pinky and the Brain.
Is it the Addams Family?
No, it's the animated cartoon Pinky and the Brain.
Oh yeah, the Pinky.
Absolutely. I'm not kidding you. Me and one of my buddies around probably about, I think I was probably 12 or 13. We were almost just like that. I was obviously not the Brain, but we were just kind of like that. We just always get in just the dumbest trouble for little things. And it was always my fault because I wasn't the one thinking, and he was the smart one. So, but yeah, it's just, I love that show. I thought they were bringing it back, but maybe that was like Animaniacs. I don't know. Did you ever watch that?
Animaniacs. Sure, I've watched it. I loved it.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that episode about Michelangelo.
Was it? I thought somebody said it was Itchy and Scratchy. I don't think that was Itchy and Scratchy. I don't watch The Simpsons, but
no.
It was Animaniacs. So there we go.
Yeah.
But well, we might as well start talking about some wrestling. Maggie, the big talk. I think there's been a little bit of weird talk this week, different little things, but I think the thing that shocked me the most was some news about going on in New Japan Pro Wrestling with
Rob, what the fuck is going on with New Japan and Kota Ibushi?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't, like, that's the thing. I don't know. I've heard, like, I haven't seen anything that says he's gone yet. Has anybody else? I just heard, like, his tweets, and I've seen the screenshots and stuff that people have translated. But, like, I don't know, and maybe it's not too late, but something's wrong, and this isn't the first time stuff like this has happened. And I have not seen Kenny's tweet, so I'll have to look at that. But
yeah, let me just see Kenny Omega's tweet.
Yeah,
because you just knew that at some point Kenny Omega's gonna have to say something about that.
Yeah, so it's just it's weird because I love Kota. And the thing is if everything he says is true, which I wouldn't have there's no reason not to doubt him, just based on history of things I've heard in New Japan, and just, something's definitely messed up. And I hope whatever it is, I just hope it gets figured out for him. I'm not really concerned about a company when it comes to stuff like this. It's pretty bad, but I just really couldn't picture him going somewhere or even like leaving I mean, I don't know if he has interest in going to a different company. I don't know what his outside interests New Japan were.
Well, he wanted to keep living in Japan.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
So. Yeah, that's what I heard. And like, there's a lot of different sides to this, because if you're New Japan and you want to basically cut your relations with Kota Ibushi, you're basically giving up one of the best wrestlers in the world right now, because Kota Ibushi is right up there with Kenny and Bryan and AJ Styles and so on and so on. Because I'm not that familiar with New Japan, but I know about Kota Ibushi, because how can you not? You know, yeah. And and if he does end up, saying stuff and revealing stuff that we have absolutely no idea about, what does this mean for the Forbidden Door?
Yeah.
Like, what do you go from there? Like, do you want, if it's something, concerning, like, what do you want do you want to keep that relationship with that company because of the amazing matches that you're gonna put out? It's yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know. Like, I think just based on how American businesses run, I think it's one of those things where they'll kind of just, and I don't know Tony Khan, so maybe I'm speaking out of turn here, but it's one of those things where most companies would be like, okay, let's let it blow up a little bit, and then it'll die down, and then we can just do business again. So I don't know. If it was a WWE in this case, it wouldn't matter. They'd be like, whatever, So I don't think it'll really affect anything. Like, as far as AEW or Forbidden Door.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is.
Well, that's right now. But it's, as Brian makes a good point, though, his accusations, they could have a very huge impact where he lives in Japan. Of
course, yeah.
It's serious everywhere, but there it's talked about. Like, it's frowned upon wherever. So I'm trying to make this sound where it's a bigger deal. I hope people understand what I'm saying. They pay attention to it more than they do here, because
yes,
that's probably the best way to say it.
Yeah.
We got another super chat from our boy Throwback. Two of the most amazing people in the world. It's hot as F here, and I'm under cars that are as hot as 200 degrees. Do you think some big name should go to NXT to fix it? Love you guys. Well, we love you too.
I don't know if there's anything that can fix 2.0, and I don't think that the bigger ups in WWE think that NXT 2.0 needs fixing whatsoever, because it didn't need fixing back when it was the black and gold era of NXT. It does need fixing now, but it needs fixing because it's not the black and gold era of NXT. And I think that we're gonna talk about this every time on the show. The fact that we miss so much of that old era of NXT and we just want it back, Like they've had AJ Styles on NXT 2.0. Now they're having Natalia, you know. So yeah, like Natalia and Cora Jade already had their blow off. So I don't know if Natalia's sticking around. And granted, she did shake Cora Jade's hand after the match, and she acknowledged that she was a great opponent. And the match was good. Like Cora Jade didn't tap out; she passed out. And Natalia always said they always tap out, but Cora Jade didn't. You know.
Yeah.
And that's when she earned her respect. And you gotta wonder, like, what purpose does Natalia have in NXT right now? And I'm gonna tell you, it's none. You know, because like it's done. It's like you have nothing to do anymore. You know, except for coach maybe, but I suppose we're gonna find out.
Yeah, to answer this question, who can fix it? It's like you said, they had something. It was Triple H, and Soupy has a good point too. They had others. How you ever get rid of a guy like William Regal, in who's there, or you have another guy, Samoa Joe, was also not only a part of the roster, he was also looking for talent. It baffles me that you get rid of. Well, Triple H isn't gone, but like his presence is gone.
Yeah, his idea is gone. Yeah. Like he's, his baby is gone, because that's not. It's not Triple H's baby anymore.
Yeah,
it's a totally different thing. It's a modified, no. Like
yeah.
What?
Yeah, got another super chat here from Kyle. Kyle Masters, thank you, buddy. Love you both, Maggie. Gorgeous as always. And Rob, how does AF?
You are. Okay. So take these compliments, guys.
Well, no, I appreciate it, but it's just I haven't. It's been a long. I don't actually. I don't know if I've ever heard that. Have a good rest of the show, guys. Thank you, Kyle. We really do appreciate that.
Guys, leave a thumbs up on the video and send us. Not humper chats. Send us super chats or thunder chats or whatever you want to call it, saying that Rob is sick and hot as fuck, just so he can finally believe me, because he's not believing me like at all.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm so proud of you, Rob.
Thank you. It's okay. So I will share one story that made me happy today. I ran into somebody I haven't seen in a while. And this was before the haircut today, and they did not recognize me at all. So that was pretty cool. Like they're like, holy yes, you've lost a lot of weight. Like I didn't even recognize you, and that made me feel pretty good. So that was a hell of a feeling, which I haven't felt ever before. So that was cool. So moving on, Roman Reigns has signed a new deal with the WWE, and it sounds like obviously he'll be working less days, and it sounds like he's already taking time off. He won't be at WWE Hell in a Cell. So, Maggie, are you? I'm okay with it. I think it's
why
keep him around.
Keep him around is an incredibly low bar. Like, keep around the guy that holds both your title belts and not be at any pay-per-views.
Well,
or what? Like, here's the thing. Like, guys, bear with me here. Like, you have like one ridiculously over person in your company, in the eyes of Roman Reigns. One, like, you have no other talent built the way you build him, or he's built himself, and because he's so over with your fan base, because you finally turned him heel after years and years and years of refusing to do so, and you finally everything happens, and you see how over this guy is, and he's over at SmackDown, and he's one of the two things holding the entire company together, doing that whole Thunderdome thing. The other thing was Bailey, which she's not here at the moment. So you have Roman Reigns.
Yep.
So, because you see how good he carries the entire show on Fridays, you decide to give him the other belt that's on the other show way back on Monday, because you need to boost your ratings because you were unable to build anyone else other than that guy. So, after that, you give him the deal which he can skip entirely pay-per-views and then not show up every week on your show when it is basically the thing it was the reason you put those both these title belts on him, because you wanted to boost ratings. And if someone throws Brock Lesnar's title reign in my face, I will fucking crap on your chest, and I don't give a fuck if it excites you or not.
Yeah, I was going to say, some people pay extra for that, so you...
I don't give a damn. Like, this is... I'm just so incredibly frustrated about this, because if people say, well, it worked with Brock Lesnar. No, it did fucking not. It did not work with Brock Lesnar. It did, like, okay, granted, it did seem like a big deal when Brock Lesnar was on the show, but it was the lowest of lows, because, oh my God, your champion is going to be on your show. Oh my fucking God. And you were like all like excited and shit. And this should not be happening. Like, who is the other person that is incredibly over right now beside Cody? Because they had absolutely fucking zero to do with Cody being over, because Cody was over because of the other company he came back from. Yeah. And because the thing that he wants to do now, because he wants to hold that title belt because his dad, and we all love his dad,
Yeah.
And who is the other person that you've built so much? And it's Seth freaking Rollins, which has lost 2 times now.
Yeah.
So you may have like Kevin Owens, because we all love Kevin Owens, but he has lost every fucking match that he's had ever. Like, Kevin Owens is basically right now, he is holding together Raw, because that stupid thing they have with Ezekiel.
I think it's been hilarious.
One of the most fun things happening on Monday Night Raw at the time, and freaking Kevin Owens is responsible for that, because the dude can make chicken salad out of chicken shit. And I just fucking love this expression so much. You can basically give him the worst ever thing, and he will fucking turn it into a golden shower of roses, Like, this is so amazing. How can you not give this man the world, I remember back in the day when he was, US champion. Back in the day when he was NXT champion, and he had all those battles with John Cena, and he stomped on the United States belt, and he lifted over his head like the NXT championship. Why are you laughing?
You said golden shower, and of course I had to laugh, because I was like, I can't believe she went there. And of course, I'm a child, so.
Yeah, we're all children here. Yeah. Ricardo is saying that you're hot as summer.
Yes, I was. Well, yeah. Thank you, Ricardo, for the super chat. And then Ryan sent us another one that I have to try to get to once I learn how to work my stupid mouse here. Mother, this computer, I tell you.
Yeah, it's the computer.
Yeah, see that I even clicked on the wrong one. There you go. Rob is one. Oh Jesus, Rob is one handsome devil. Or as Maggie wanted me to say, one sick hot man or something.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan.
Guys, please keep it up. Rob needs some, confidence boost.
Trust me, I'm doing really well. So thank you.
Well, you deserve to feel even more weller.
Weller? Okay.
Let me use my perfect English here.
And somebody said it.
Gooder.
I think it was Soupy that said it. Another person that's going to be gone for a while is Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
And
Charlotte Flair as well. Like it's and that's the other thing. Do you want us to talk right now about this?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So Charlotte is going away for a while, doing her all personal thing, which we're all good at. But this is the other thing. Like, who beats Ronda? Because when like we all knew that Ronda Rousey was winning Backlash or WrestleMania Backlash or whatever you guys want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we all knew that she was winning because Charlotte, like Ronda Rousey is not quitting. And I said this every time. Every time Ronda Rousey wins a title, the first thing I say isn't, "Oh yes, good for her" or whatever, because Ronda's good in the ring. Like, if you wanna admit it or not, Ronda's good. It's and that match against Charlotte was the best match on the card. And I know that my memory sucks, as all of you know, but I think that, as far as I can remember, this was Ronda Rousey's best match.
Yeah,
I think
so. I think she did have a pretty. Was it? She had a good one with Ruby Riott.
So yeah.
Yeah, she had.
I don't remember.
I think she had a good one with her. But anyway, yeah. You know how I would book it? This is how I would book, like, her to lose the title, and it's something that I think somebody said today. I think I saw an article maybe with one of the Usos. This is how you do it. You get Naomi finally into the bloodline, and that's how you get the title. Like, the Usos do something, not like,
yeah, sure, but like
that's the only way I could see it happening.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You need to, if you're going that way, which I love because Naomi finally, okay. If you do it that way, that this needs to be the beginning of a really good, really long storytelling here, because what you need to do is you need to establish Naomi and Sasha Banks as legitimate tag team champions, as but there's no tag division, Rob. That's the thing, that how can you like make her a credible threat when the division she's in right now does not exist, because they fire everybody else, or they just split them up for whatever reason, which is frustrating on its own. So if they go through the competition and then Bayley returns and starts having crap, with Sasha Banks, and Naomi gets frustrated because she's kind of left behind because Sasha Banks is having this thing with Bayley. And then Naomi turns on Sasha. She stabs her in the back or whatever. Because I want Naomi to be a heel here. Because in the bloodline, you just, you need to be a dick. Like a dick that we all love because it was just like, it was about time, And when she, and when she goes into the bloodline, and then she takes the title off of Ronda, and this will be an amazing match because Naomi fairly recently had one of the best TV matches in recent memory against Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. Like, all the people who crap on Charlotte constantly for being, always the thing in the women's division, she deserves it because Charlotte is not only one of the best wrestlers, period, but she is so good that she actually brings out the best in the competition. So this is the good thing here. We, like, all the sides win. And when Charlotte comes back, like, it's weird not to have Charlotte in the title picture, because it's weird not seeing her with a belt. Like, they had a tag with Asuka, like, for a brief amount of time, just so they can put a title on her, because it was just so weird. So what do you do now? Like, you have like Ronda Rousey as your champion, and tell me who she needs to face next. Legitimately tell me, because there's no one to face. Like, what the fuck did they do to Lacey Evans? Like, they aired all those cringy ass videos. Like I'm so happy that she was able to pull through everything that she went through in her life, you know. But those segments were incredibly hard to watch, and I suppose that was the purpose, you know, that was the case. But then, like, they decide to move her to Raw and make her a heel. Is this gonna
Yeah.
happen? Is this real life? Like, what the fuck?
I don't
Like,
know.
what the hell is going on? Like, maybe where is uh I don't know. Like, who is she facing? Seriously,
Yeah.
tell me,
I
who is
don't
she
know. Like
facing?
the person I would bring, like that's the thing. Like Bailey, like I thought Bailey. I don't know. I don't know if Bailey's ready. I thought she'd be ready, but I don't know. Like with her injury, like if she is ready, obviously. But that's who I would like maybe to come back. Um I don't know if you move somebody over from Raw. I mean, I just really don't know what direction they're going. Um,
I see. By the way, I'm sorry for interrupting you guys. I see you mentioning Shayna, but tell me the last time Shayna won a match. Like,
Other
why?
than the tag team, yeah,
Like, why would she ever be a legitimate contender for the title when she never won a match? Like, granted, like they can lead on the story, which is right there, like because they're like friends and whatever, and they spar with each other and they train with each other. It's fine, but like, why would she? Besides, Shayna's doing the thing with Natalia, or is Natalia just constantly in NXT? It's just so it's all over the place, and it's so like, why? What? Why? Like, maybe Raquel Rodriguez, Raquel Gonzalez, is she Rodriguez now?
yeah,
They changed her
Rodriguez,
name. Yeah,
yeah,
they basically changed her whole badass attitude by making her go out and constantly smile because she's a woman. Like, what the actual fuck is going on here? Like, oh, hi, you're an incredibly attractive woman. Like, you can basically bench press a house, but we don't give a crap about that. Like, go outside and like deliver one single arm power bomb and just smile at the camera. Like, like what the hell did I do to her? Like,
I don't know.
maybe like she could been she could like be a legitimate threat to her. I get it, but maybe like bring Io Shirai from NXT 2.0 because there's no place in NXT 2.0 for her right now.
Yeah,
I do not like no.
yeah. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. I don't think they know what the hell they're gonna do.
I don't know.
John Barker sends us a super chat. You're both hot, and the writing on Raw and SmackDown is garbage. Happy Friday, my loves. I was like, my loves. I'm like, no, that's not what it says. But thank you, John, for the super chat. And then Ricardo sends us
That was
one.
a sweetheart.
Yeah, thank you, John. Remember that time Shayna was a vampire for 2 weeks?
Oh no,
yeah,
stop it.
Yeah, I remember.
No, I do not. I legitimately did not remember. But like Ricardo, thank you so much for reminding me of that horrible, horrible thing they used to do, and which was, you know, making Shayna Baszler look like a dud.
Yeah. Well, since we're already like talking about Roman Reigns and we're talking about Charlotte, and now we went into Ronda, so we might as well just talk about Backlash for a couple of seconds. What did you think of the pay-per-view or the?
I am so mad. I'm incredibly mad because WWE always do that. Like, they have zero built to every pay-per-view. They do not give a crap about any pay-per-view, but the pay-per-view itself turns out incredibly awesome because guess what? On the pay-per-view, you rely on your wrestlers to do their job. And WWE roster, the wrestlers are one of the best ones ever, and they are going to do their job correctly because they're professionals, you know.
Yeah.
And the pay-per-views always knock it out of the park in spite of the crap that was, you know, a month prior to that, because they're like the build was non-existent. It was not there whatsoever, and they always get away with that, and I hate that. I hate them for that. And like that's the thing. Like you may actually never watch SmackDown or Raw like in your life and just watch pay-per-views because they're so good, you know?
Yeah.
And if someone on Twitter says, okay, go and watch this match, like go and watch Charlotte versus Naomi, go and watch AJ Styles against Ricochet, go and watch, some other crap I have no memory about,
Yeah.
because it's good. It's going to, knock it out of the park. Go watch, the Usos against, I don't know, the Street Profits. No, it wasn't the Street Profits. I don't care. I feel like there's a Street Profits match every week, and I do not care for that. Like I love the Street Profits, but I think it's time for a heel turn. I'll be fine with that. Maybe have like the Black Soul Cups because they're heels, and if you're a heel in WWE, you need to wear black or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
incredibly happy for Rhea Ripley being in the faction in Judgment Day with Damian Priest and Edge. I'm so incredibly happy for her because if this doesn't mean that Rhea Ripley is heading towards something special, then I don't know what this is, because they basically gave her so much faith that they gave her to Edge, and if Edge doesn't help you, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I get that. And our friend Jackie sends us another super chat. Just want to say I love you both and thank you for keeping me company on Friday afternoons. Thank you for tuning in, and we love you too. That means a lot to us. And Corey, I just want to put this out here. Congratulations, Corey. We love hearing this. I've got some good personal news on my side that I can share. Going house hunting tomorrow. Got several places picked to look at. That is awesome, man.
And Corey, if you're allowed to take pictures, please send me pictures of the house.
Yeah.
Please, if you can.
So what was your favorite match of the whole show?
Well, okay, first of all, let us just never call it Wrestlemania Backlash anymore. Let's call it WrestleMania rematches that are better. Because Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey was better.
Yes.
AJ Styles versus Edge was better. Everything was better. And when you put it into a nice little old package, basically the show was better than WrestleMania. But WrestleMania is WrestleMania, And granted, there were a lot of amazing matches in WrestleMania, but I actually think that Charlotte and Ronda Rousey was my favorite match of the night because it was just so good. It was I still have a problem with Ronda's weird, handling of kendo sticks.
Send them again, Jeremy. Send them again.
Yeah, what?
He said, I sent Maggie a picture of my son. She didn't look at them. I guarantee you she didn't see them. Because she would have said,
what? Where did you send me those?
He told you. So send them again.
Yeah, but okay, granted, Rob sends me stuff and then he gives me crap about not.
I don't give you crap.
You just did.
No, I did not. No, I just said you didn't see it. It wasn't a big deal. But
but it's a big deal to me.
Well, yeah. So, but okay, but oh, he sent it to your Instagram. He said,
oh, my Instagram. Oh, Jesus.
I'll
look at him.
My favorite match had to be man, and I liked it at WrestleMania, but I really liked Cody and Seth again. I really liked it.
Oh my God, yes. Yeah. I used to think that it should have closed the show, but having in mind the weird finish because Cody had the tights, I suppose that it wasn't, it's.
I actually liked how they did that though.
I liked it as well because you should, you need to have the reason to have a 15th million match between these two, you need to have a reason, and that was the reason.
And just to go over the rest of the results real quick, you had Omos over Bobby Lashley, Edge over AJ, Ronda over Charlotte, Madcap Moss over Happy Corbin, Bloodline over RK Bro and Drew McIntyre. But moving on, so yesterday Sean Rossap of Fightful and FightfulSelect.com posted a story about MJF talking about not being too happy with the current contract stuff. Now he's not going to be a free agent for another 2 years, but he said he's not too happy with the way the contracts are going or the contract talk is going. So what he's doing is rather, in my opinion, brilliant. You're starting to get that talk going.
He's so brilliant.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I know some people are overreacting. Trust me, if you find it a big deal right now, you're overreacting because nothing's set in stone by any means. And that's the thing, though. If he does want to resign, they better resign him like soon, because if he does get that WWE money, like if they give him an offer, if he gets that chance to get an offer, the way WWE's been spending money like on keeping people, from what we understand, they'll probably win him over. It wouldn't surprise me. That's just the way it's been. They can, unfortunately, with them releasing so many people, a lot of that money goes into keeping some of these people, and getting your Stone Cold Steve Austin appearances at WrestleMania, and unfortunately your Goldberg appearances in Saudi Arabia, stuff like that crap. But yeah, but so we'll see. I know he said he's leaning towards leaving, but trust me, it's not even close to being a final thing. And that's the thing. Like I think it is always in your best interest to see what is out there as far as like offers. Like even if I'm extremely, let's say this is just me spitballing here. Let's say Jon Moxley, we know he loves AEW, and he's talked about not probably ever getting to go back to WWE. Doesn't know if he'd want to. However, let's say that he's like, you know what? He has a kid now. This is just what I'm thinking. I'm not saying he would do this, but he might actually think about, well, let's see here. Maybe I have a lot of money now, but maybe I can have more for my kid, or something. He's probably fine. I'm just saying, if WWE can give him $2 or $3 more million and
tell me there's no money in reuniting the Shield.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's the thing. You have to listen to offers. It doesn't make sense. And I think Vince would understand that. I think Tony Khan would understand that. You have to listen to offers, and I guarantee you, when the time comes, Chris Jericho will be checking in with Vince, because that's Chris Jericho. He loves what he does, but the man loves money. He flies all over the place. He rents those private planes.
Yeah, he forgets title belts in steakhouses.
Tallahassee, yeah, where he lost that is the city I used to live in Florida, and I knew
it was you the entire time.
Oh,
Rob.
I wish yeah, but I'm not kidding you. That steakhouse was less than a mile from where I lived, so I was really happy about that. It was stupid that I was happy about it, but it was just kind of cool.
I can totally see Jericho going back to WWE.
Oh yeah,
I can see that. I see that.
I think he will. I think honestly, that's the person I see the most going.
Yeah, sure. But like, here's the thing. Now that Cody's there, you would know that if Cody wants to, to bring someone from AEW to WWE, the first one will be MJF.
Yes.
Because MJF has an amazing future in WWE, and I'm sorry for saying it.
Yeah.
But granted, the only way this happens is that they do not turn him into a PG version of himself. Yeah. Because this is where the money is with MJF. Because this right now that he does will not work in WWE. I'm not sure that. Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
Graham is a
basically what Graham was is
What-
talking about. Yes.
Yeah, what does a PG-rated MJF promo sound like? And
It
that's the thing.
sounds like crap. It sounds like every generic thing that that WWE will sign off on. And this is the only MJF that I'm willing to take, because this MJF that we're getting now is extremely brilliant, and there's no substitute for that.
Yeah.
And you may call it, a Miz version, but I know where all this is coming from, but I don't see it. Like I know where like the the cockiness, but MJF is MJF, and I don't think this MJF will work in WWE because they're like their market is so towards kids.
Yeah.
And in MJF, like, come on, he says "fuck them kids" all the time. Like that's not happening like whatsoever. And you said it best yourself. What MJF is doing right now is top notch, because like this shouldn't matter in 2022, because we should be getting that buzz at the end of 2023, when he starts looking for for uh, other ways to to promote himself or whatever. And it's 2022 at the beginning of the summer, and we're talking about this on a podcast. Like, do you know what this means? Like, this is how incredibly brilliant this man is. Like, and granted, this is wrestling, and this is wrestling in 2022. Like, everything can happen. Like, we saw one of the founding fathers of AEW go back to WWE. Like, from now on, everything is possible. Everything is possible.
Well, there's always, like, the one thing I love about pro wrestling, about outside of the actual in-ring stuff, is I always love the what if stuff, like when the Young Bucks talked to Triple H.
Yeah, and they were so nice about it. They said that they had a really nice conversation with him, and they had fun and everything. Like, it's like totally different from everything they did, every bit they did on BTE. Everything.
Yeah, well, what if? I mean, that's the thing. Like, what if like Triple H just says, Vince, there were rumors about another organization starting up a couple of months before. Trying to think of the timeline, but I mean, it was a couple months before they ever announced it, and it might even been longer. But WWE had to have an idea that this, they might be part of this new thing going on. You can't tell me that Triple H would say, hey, let's just throw an extra $1 million at each of them and let's cut them some slack on the schedule. That would have stopped all of it. And that's the thing about what ifs. I mean, but it was and you're exactly right. So MJF, it'll be interesting to see. The next thing I was going to talk about was something that I saw on Fightful today. Renee Paquette, who everybody loves, said she would now be open to a conversation about certain roles in AEW.
I've worked so much today, I have no idea this ever happened.
Okay, yeah. So, she just basically said that she'd be open to roles. She doesn't want to do commentary. She already did that. She doesn't really know
I don't
about...
consider her commentary on WWE commentary. Because granted, Tom Hannifan did commentary in WWE, and now he's on Impact, and I adore him on commentary. I adore Tom.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't know. I mean, for the backstage stuff, I don't really know. She kind of made it sound like she didn't want to do backstage interviews, so she made it sound like she'd want to do a pre-show, or kind of like the WWE thing, like a pre-show.
I would love that.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But she's one of those people too that she's one of those people that I think is just perfect for WWE. Like her experience, like just
why?
no, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying, like, just like she was just. That's just me. I'm not saying that she has to. I just think, like, I always liked her. I think that's the thing. I just can't see her somewhere else. Like, I've seen Jon Moxley wrestle before, like he was in WWE. It's just really different. Like if I saw Renee there, I'm not saying it like, no, don't do that. I'm just saying I would rather see her back in WWE. That's all I'm saying.
Do you remember? I don't know which what what the whole feud was, but like he was back when he was Dean Ambrose. Uh, he was thrown onto the commentary table when Renee was there,
Oh.
and he he got her phone and just flipped it over to Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And it was just so incredible. It was so obvious, like
Yeah.
before he passed out, and he just saved her phone.
Yeah. Well, there's been some good ones, like even Triple H. I think it was Triple H, like when he was interviewing, or when she was interviewing Triple H, he just like basically went off script, and he just looked down. He's like, "What happened to your shoes?" And like she didn't want to be taller than like the wrestler, so she sometimes took her shoes off and just basically just put her under the like. It was just good stuff like that, and then like the Kevin Owens would go like at Talking Smack, just take her phone and walk off, and just things like that. Like and I remember there's another time I think Jon Moxley was on the table and like she literally screamed, like just because it was just a reaction. And I just remember she's just awesome, and I love it. And
she's just so natural. She's so lovable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I think that's it. That's the thing. And then we got another super chat here from Spot Center Nana. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know. But for my favorite wrestling fan that I found on Twitter after bar patrons put down her love for wrestling, I love her passion. I think he's talking about you. I think at Clarkson Rules. That's nice. That's cool. I like it. You're my favorite bartender too. I don't even go to bars anymore, but
yeah, you don't go to bars anymore.
Yeah, I don't go to bars anymore, but you're still my favorite bartender. If
We're
I went
praising you today, Rob.
Well, I know, but come on. I mean,
guys, please sending your super chats about Rob and how beautiful he is today. No, what? No, what? Okay. What's the male version? Handsome, yeah, that's right.
Handsome, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just a really quick one before we do our first Cooper effect story.
You do realize that we haven't spoken about Dynamite yet?
Yeah, no, I have that.
This is so weird.
I know. Well, we talked about how we didn't want to.
Yes, it's so weird.
I know. Just real quick, I want to go into Gail Kim last night announced on Impact that they will have a Queen of the Mountain match at Impact Slammiversary. Yes. This match will feature Tasha Steelz defending her belt against Mia Yim, Chelsea Green, Jordynne Grace, and Deonna Purrazzo. Hell,
Jordynne Grace, I cannot fucking wait. Like, finally, I want to see Jordynne. How does Jordynne Grace not have a title?
I don't know.
This woman has been a fucking inspiration to me.
She's awesome. As long as she doesn't post.
So awesome.
As long as she doesn't post thumb pics, I think she's okay. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do know.
God, that was I go like thumb. What kind of thumb is that? I'm like, oh my god, that's a horrible thumb. Yeah. So, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's basically actually Slammiversary is turning out to be quite a pay-per-view. Like I so cannot wait for Eric Young against Josh Alexander. Like I've praised Eric Young so much ever since he went to Impact after getting fired from WWE. Like And here's the thing, I'm one of these wrestling fans that will absolutely fall in love with a wrestler in the ring when I hear their wrestling theme. I'm a theme person. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
themes. Yeah. And Eric Young's theme and Violent by Design or whatever, like this piano, I've constantly, watched Impact or Impact pay-per-views back in the day when before I go to sleep. And the last match was Eric Young because he was champion. He was Impact champion, and he won this. He won the match, and like it was like my last glimpses of of before passing out was him holding the belt over his head and his theme music playing, and that's just his theme is the last thing I hear before falling asleep. And that theme, like I've been working out to his theme like the most ever. I love his theme, and the theme will make me love the wrestler. And this is why I love Mikey Ruckus so much, because he's done an incredible job with the themes
Oh,
over AEW, like a lot.
You know-
So it's
like that's strange you said that, because every time like I go into a public bathroom and I have to go to the bathroom and I unzip, Glorious starts playing from Bobby Roode.
it was because of that thing that Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny
Yeah,
Gargano
Just
did,
starts
right?
like I don't even know where it comes from. It just starts playing, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. Band Twin Blade says, Rob, I'm gonna mess this up too. Kawal,
Kawaii?
I honestly don't know what that means, but I thank you very
Oh,
much.
come on. I know that you do.
I think
Thank you, Van Blade, for the super chat. Guys, keep them coming, because Rob is an amazing person and he needs to know that. And Rob is blushing.
Oh,
Rob is blushing.
Pretty adorable. Cute, pretty adorable.
Yes, kawaii.
Thank you. Awesome. I didn't know that.
Arigato.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
Oh, learning how to remind myself.
When did you put out?
So
it's your first day.
Yeah, it's my first day.
You're blushing.
Yeah, I am blushing. Jeez,
I know. I can see that. I can
this.
see your face, guys. Rob's face is red.
I'm not used to it. Well, since we're ready for this, let's go ahead. Maggie, are you ready? Oh shit! Here we go.
You remembered.
Yeah.
Guys, our first Cooper Effect story is about, Rob's best friends, the owls. It's actually, Rob, I'm trying to fix your, your horrible impressions about owls. Basically, this is a story about a wonderful mother owl who lost her baby chicks, or whatever you want to call it. And then when they died, like two smaller chicks that did not belong to her actually went into her house, or whatever you want to call it.
Nest, or probably, I don't know.
Inside of a tree. What do you call it?
Probably a nest.
It's not a nest. Nest is outside.
Oh,
like I know how is it called in Bulgarian? In Bulgarian, it's hralupa.
Oh, then I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Yeah. So she gets into the hralupa, and she finds two baby chicks that do not belong to her, and she starts hugging them and just starts feeding them, and it's so dang cute. And there's a video, you can see it. But this is the good thing about owls, Rob, that they are not what they seem, and you can. And it's an amazing story. Rob, please, owls are not that bad when you think about it.
Well, we have to. Okay, so just in case people don't know what my problem was, I have a problem with one owl, just one that I know of. The fucker would not let me sleep for almost a month.
You tried to shake the tree that the owl was on.
Hey, you know what?
In your pajamas.
sweatpants actually, sweatpants and tank top, and we didn't get along. And towards the end of my trip, it finally decided to fly off, and we never met again. So
I'm sure that this owl is right in front of the window and just crying that you hate her or it or whatever.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's gone. Put the link in the chat if anybody wants to check it out. It's a good story. Oh, Jesus, Ryan, this one.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I saw it.
Okay, good one. You made me laugh on that one. Yeah, and that's true. Just one. Okay. Let's talk about AEW Dynamite real quick. Favorite match of the night?
Ooh. Crap. Like when you put me on a spot like that,
I'm going with okay. I enjoyed Adam Cole and Dax. But
yeah, I did, but I would have enjoyed it better if Dax would have won.
Well,
because I actually thought that Dax was winning the entire thing. And now that he's not, because he got eliminated, I kind of want to see the Joker being Miro and Miro winning the entire thing because he's there, you know. And granted, I do not want to see any more surprises. Okay? Time out.
Did you see on his Instagram, Miro, where he was this week?
I know he's home.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Of course I knew. Like the moment I saw that he was back home, like in my town, guys.
Yeah.
I live in the same town as he does. You know, it's his hometown. And the moment I saw that he's getting back, the moment I go to my work, and I'm just like that. Like I cannot believe that I have not seen him. Like I've seen the restaurants he's been, and they are literally 5 minutes away from my bar. Literally 5 minutes away, and I'm just so pissed, you know.
Can I ask you a question? What would happen if you walked in the bar? What would happen? Like if you're working and he walked into the bar?
I will jump from behind the bar and just hug him if I can, you know, because he's big.
Yeah.
I'll just hug him. And the weird thing is that I always picture myself starting talking English and explaining to him just how much I love him. And then I go, oh shit, you're Bulgarian. I can just talk to you in Bulgarian. Yeah. I know deep in my heart that I will meet him one day. I will. I'm sure I will. But like every time he comes home, like, do you remember I told you the story that my friends who constantly play soccer, you know, football.
Yeah.
And one day, Miro made the news back when he was Rusev.
Yeah.
And we were watching in the bar, and they were like, "Oh, look, it's that dude we played football with one day." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah. Yeah. That was
so. My friends who had absolutely no clue who Miro was, they played football with that guy. And they said, "Well, you look kind of big. What do you do?" And he's like, "Well, I'm a wrestler in WWE." And they were like, "Oh yeah, okay. So let's play some football." So that like no fangirling whatsoever. Like they knew nothing about that because no one watches wrestling here. Yeah. So and I was like, "Do you mean?" Because I couldn't afford to get mad because if I got mad, that like people would know that I watch wrestling, and I do not want that, you know. So I had to really, really like cry and hate everyone deep inside because like it's yeah. So Miro is in my city right now, and I am so mad that I still haven't, you know, met him. And I cannot explain to you just how many times I've commented under his Instagram posts, "Dude, please come to this bar. I want to hug you."
Yeah,
you have no idea.
Yeah, I know. I hope one day like it happens for you. Yeah. So, I mean, Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin was absolutely
Darby. Yes,
nuts.
yes.
That was crazy.
It was a spot fest.
Yeah.
It was everything. It was everything that this match should be from these two guys. And I kind of see like Jeff Hardy like passing the torch to Darby, because dear Jeff, please stop it. Just stop it. Like we love you and we do not want you to die in the like ever. That please stop murdering your back. Like no, stop it. Like we love you. You're not 30 anymore. So maybe, I'm not saying that he needs to stop wrestling. No, I just mean he needs to, stop doing terrifying stuff that make me want to, tear my hair from my head,
Yeah. So Corey wants to know if you've ever shared your Kurt Angle Bulgaria story.
I have not. But do you want me to tell you that?
Yeah, go ahead. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, like this was so funny. Like Kurt Angle was because one of his adopted children is Bulgarian. I don't know if you know.
No, I didn't. Yep.
Yeah, so he came to Bulgaria to visit the dude, and he posted a picture on his Instagram because he went to get a hot dog, and he wanted to put ketchup and mustard on the hot dog. And our mustard our mayonnaise in Bulgaria is in the yellow tubes, and he thought he was putting mustard, but it was actually mayonnaise, and it says mayonnaise, but in Bulgarian,
Yeah.
And he did a picture with both the ketchup and the mayonnaise bottles, and it was this huge firm. It's called Ulineza. And he did a caption on Instagram, and he said, "Bulgaria has this weird thing," and he started explaining. And it made the news, it made the papers, it made everything. And this firm, like that makes the ketchup and the mayonnaise, exploded. Like it was just everyone started buying it because Kurt Angle was holding those two bottles. Yeah, because
that's awesome.
Yeah, and he said Bulgaria is so weird. It has mayonnaise in the mustard tubes, and I was like, no, it's not. No.
Yeah, no, I know.
The mustard here is in green tubes. It's not the yellow ones. It's green. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. I know it's weird for you guys, but he was like legitimately thinking that it was, it was mustard, but it was mayonnaise.
Yeah, so here's a mayonnaise story this is me like go my inner Maggie. So we have a restaurant called or a fast food place called Five Guys Burgers. Like it's Five Guys, it's a burger restaurant. Well, so they have like the ketchup dispenser, and then they have like the mayonnaise dispenser, but there's one sign that just says Five Guys Mayo, and you're just like, I'm gonna pass.
I'm not.
I'm good.
Did it really say that?
Yeah, Five Guys Mayo. So just like, I'm good. Gonna pass.
Nope.
Meanwhile, my ex is over there just taking it all. No.
Oh, that's a joke.
Yeah, that part's a joke.
Okay.
Yeah, well, no, it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah. So that was.
I love that Dark Side of the Ring clip they showed.
Oh yeah, that was good too.
That was a banger.
I love it. That was.
And of course, Wardlow ripping his shirt before delivering a powerbomb. I was always appreciate that.
Yeah, that's pretty true. Yeah, that was
good. You guys.
So, Rampage preview that's going to be starting. I think that starts like either 30 minutes or an hour. I don't know.
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, no, I think they're early this week again.
It sucks. No one's gonna watch our select podcast if it starts in 30 minutes.
We're better than Rampage. You have Scorpio Sky versus Frankie Kazarian, Death Triangle versus the Butcher Blade and Marquin, Sean Spears versus Bear Boulder, and then Ruby Soho versus Rio for the Owen Cup Women's Tournament match.
Yes, okay, I did hear that this match was amazing.
Okay, so it's 4:30 Eastern. So, okay, so that's an hour. No, that's 20 minutes. No, that's an hour. I don't know where the hell I am. Well, I forget. Okay, that's an hour and 20 minutes. There we go.
Yeah, so
My
it's
first day.
5:30 Eastern, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, hour and a half, basically. Okay. It's my first day again.
Yeah, Soupy, which who is Canadian, is actually telling you.
Yeah. There's probably people on the West Coast telling me. It's just,
Sure.
yeah. SmackDown preview. Tell me if you've heard of this match happening before. RK Bro versus the Usos. I know. Natalia.
But here's the thing: it's not a unification match, right?
Yeah.
It's not a fucking bullshit. Fuck.
Natalia versus or Natalia and Shayna versus Naomi and Sasha for the women's tag team championship. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's for the championships.
Yeah, and then Kofi versus Butch or your guy Pete Dunne. Petey Dunne.
Miss Pete Dunne. So, oh, here's the thing: NXT UK last night it was celebrating, its 2000th episode, and that video package they had, I cried at work because I watched it today at work with my headphones, and I cried because I'm like deep inside, I feel like this is a goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what would probably tear me up if somebody did like how like WWE's always done those like my sacrifice videos, like the Creed, like they do the my sacrifice things. If somebody did like an NXT like yellow and black one, I'd probably actually tear up because I miss it that much.
Yes, immensely.
Yeah. So moving on from Dynamite, NXT 2.0 is going back on the road per John Pollock of Post Wrestling. He says they're scheduled to resume live events in June. I hope they're going to small venues because I don't see it doing too well on the road.
Well, look, this is interesting to me because now they finally can see what the hell is over and what is not, because they've been in front of the same crowd for how long now?
What, 2 years?
Maybe not 2 years, but for the better part of more than a year now. Because
I think you look at when the pandemic started, so that was 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, but they were like the crowd was made from it was a thin crowd. Yeah. And then you have the same people, and when back in the back in the old place, there were still the same people because it was what was it called? Oh crap! What was their old venue? Jesus.
Full Sail?
Full Sail University, yeah. It was again like a small capacity crowd, and it was like maybe kind of the same because it's the same building like every time.
I got to get rid of that. I forgot. I'm like keeping that Five Guys mayonnaise on there. I forgot about.
Yes, thank you. It's just like someone. Yeah.
Somebody who hasn't paid attention to the show before, they're like,
and just sees it right over there.
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what happens because they might actually see which thing is working and which is not, and I might actually in this case because I absolutely hate the tough love thing, and maybe because if people that love NXT just like we do, and they show some tough love for the wrestlers and for everything that's happening on 2.0, they might actually get a grip. And I'm not saying that it will happen, but just even if there's a slight chance, I will still have hope. Like, granted, everything that Tony Khan said, that if your developmental territory does not fit your main roster, then you need to change it because, and I get that, but like as I said, I would much rather them not consider NXT as developmental, but considered it as alternative thing that they can watch on the WWE network or Peacock or whatever you want to call it, whatever you live. Because if some people are watching your main roster, but they're not watching NXT, those are the kind of people that you want to hang on to. But if some people are preferring Dynamite and Impact or NXT UK, which are very few but whatsoever, then you might say, okay, let's make a show for these people just so we can have them as well, because like these are additional people who don't necessarily watch your main roster because it's crap, because it is, and you can give them NXT, the black and gold NXT, that was totally different from what you had on the main roster, and this worked. Like, it didn't get as much views as your main roster, but the people who watch the main roster weren't the people who watch NXT, and vice versa, because like basically now they lost that percentage of viewers they had over at the old version of NXT, because basically what they're getting now is main roster NXT, which is weird and it doesn't work. And now I'm sure that maybe now we get Jordan Devlin on the show, granted, because he lost last night and the whole speculation was I was kind of I was kind of hoping I would segue into your next story. Yeah, because the whole stipulation was loser leaves NXT UK. And this is what I was talking to you on the post show last week on Select, that it was basically a lose-lose situation for me, because like granted, Jordan Devlin didn't win the title, which was never going to happen, like I know. And Ilya Dragunov is still the best at NXT UK. And just like, hand to my heart, that match was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
I love the match.
What my favorite Jordan Devlin moment in the whole like NXT UK was the Finn Balor moment. Like, I mean, it's when they shared that moment, obviously, when Finn Balor came out and wrestled him at TakeOver. Was it UK TakeOver?
Yeah, okay, sure, but it was
badass.
forever, like, because I'm biased towards the guy, it was the match he had against Tyler Bate.
Ooh, I forgot about that. That was good too. Ooh.
Like, this was such a good match, and of course, I hated the fact that Tyler Bate won the match and he disappeared, while Jordan Devlin lost and he won the Cruiserweight Championship. And I was like, what are we doing? Like, what the fuck? And this was about the same time that Seth Rollins was losing a bunch of matches and Buddy Murphy was losing a bunch of matches, and all of a sudden they became tag team champions.
Yep.
And I was like, what are we doing here? Like, the losers get everything and the winners get sidelined. This is the weird thing that WWE do all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Maggie, before we go into the next Cooper effect, I just wanted to ask you real quick, who do you have winning the Owen for the men's on the men's side and the women's side?
This sucks so much. Like, I hope it's Miro. I really, really hope it's Miro, because I want him to be the Joker. And I want him to, like, if he's the Joker, this means that he needs to beat Samoa Joe. But Samoa Joe doesn't need to lose clean. Like, they can, he can get screwed out of the match. But granted that Miro isn't aligned with, with, oh my God, what were they called? Jesus fucking Christ. Why do I forget names all the time? Rob, are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm listening. I had to look
at I'm sorry. Like, I forget names all the time. Samoa Joe is feuding with no, it's not Jonathan Gresham. It's the ROH guy.
Yeah, Jay Lethal.
Leave.
Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal. Oh
Yeah.
my God!
Right.
Why do I forget Jay Lethal's name?
Yeah,
Okay, so
he's
I
easy to forget. He's a jackass. So
yeah, so yeah, sure. So Jay Lethal said that they got someone to face, to face Samoa Joe, and if it's Miro, it'll mean that Miro is aligned with them, and it's kind of the weird thing here. But I really wanted to be Miro, and I wanted to win and maybe come back as a face. I don't know if
that's what I want the most. I want Miro to be a face so damn bad. I think he would be a
he
huge.
does both so good. He's so good.
Yeah,
It's
we'll have
yeah.
to see.
On the women's side, I kind of wanted to be Ruby Soho because she has been given nothing ever
Yeah.
since ever since. But we don't know who the Joker is, and I kind of wanted to be Nixon Newell because I love Tegan Knox. I miss Tegan Knox. I miss seeing her wrestle. I miss seeing her on my television. And I would really want her to be there and maybe kind of make something with your women's division already,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope it's Ruby Soho.
Yeah, I'm going with on the men's side. I think it's. I would love for it to be Miro as the Joker. I personally think it's going to be Johnny Gargano. Because
I think Johnny Gargano's going back to WWE.
I could see that, but that's just how. I mean,
it's not a bad thing. It's not. Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
I will be excited if it's Johnny Gargano. I love Johnny. I miss him.
Yeah, and I think Adam Cole wins the whole thing though. For the men's side. Yep, I think he wins the men's.
Well, if he wins the men's, I will be okay with him beating Dax because if he wins it, then Dax would have lost to the champion.
Yeah,
he would have lost to the person who actually wins, so it's not that bad. Yeah, because I really wanted Dax to win the entire thing.
That's who I wanted to win too. I thought it would have been great. Yeah. And then for the women's side, I think it's going to be the mystery person, whoever that is, and I really have no idea who it'll be. I do like your idea of
Nixon.
Nixon, I like that. I don't.
Do you see it being Athena?
I don't. Because I don't know, maybe, but I just don't know. I that one's hard, like for me to decide. I think, yeah, I just think, I don't think they'll, I mean, I could, like, if Adam Cole wins, I could see them letting Britt Baker win too. It'd be kind of like one of those, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. I could see him going that route, but, I love the tournament though. Maggie, who is our next Cooper Effect about?
Aren't you going to play the bit?
Yep, I am, because I just remembered it after I said it. So, and I almost played the wrong one, too. I'm getting used to it.
I know, but the good thing is I remember. I remember you were going to do that. So, this one is way overdue. So our second Cooper Effect today is about Mark, or aka Soupy, who is in the chat right now. Soupy is one of the greatest people ever, and he has been helping me with my dumb videos on Twitter, my dumb drink videos that I do, and I'm just so incredibly grateful for him. And here's the thing. I'm going to brag about another male friend of mine who is incredibly attractive. 2 weeks ago, when you played me those videos, that it was just so kind of you. And Soupy was the first one. And believe it or not, this was the first time I saw his face.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he does not let you see, like, he has one picture of him. Like, it's his profile picture, and that's about it, And I've never seen him ever. And when I saw that video, of course, the moment I saw the video, I knew it was Soupy because like it's him.
Yeah.
And the moment we said goodbye to each other, Rob, and I DM'd him and I said, "You are freaking sexy. Go and get Canadian chicks right now with that sexy ass face," because he's just so darn amazing. He is so incredibly kind. He's so funny, and he has the heart made of gold. And I will forever be grateful for his help with my dumb videos because, you know, looking back, my videos were again okay. They were entertaining and funny from the very beginning, but with his help, I was actually able to show my Twitter friends how like a part of me, like my stupid sense of humor and my stuff I find funny all the time. And it was like thanks to him because like I reached out and said, "Do you know anything about editing?" And he was like, "Well, yeah." And we started going back and forth, and turns out he can be a great help. And I appreciate him so much. And I just, I want to pay him, but I can't, because I'm poor. And I just want him to have the spotlight on this Cooper effect, and I want him to know just how much I appreciate him. And Mark, I love you so much, and you're an amazing friend, and I will always appreciate you. And yeah, thank you for everything.
Subi, you are a great guy, and the thing that I always tell Maggie is like, the great thing about one of the best things about this show is the people I've been able to meet like through her, because a lot of these people I didn't, a lot of like even people watching I didn't know, like even being able to read Corey's writing, I didn't really know about it, and it's great. And then talking to Soupy here and there, it's good stuff, and he's been a big support, and I just got to say thank you very much. You mean a lot to both of us, just for your supporting us, and again, thanks for doing that video for me. I really appreciate that. And you're awesome, and we can't say, and we love you. So thank you very much for that, and you're awesome, man. And thank you for. I just keep saying thank you because that's all I got.
Thank you.
Yeah, and go get some Canadian chicks, as Maggie says.
Yes.
And
granted, there are all Canadians are hot. All right, like it's a
part of
proven
the
fact now.
Yeah,
it's part of the heritage.
Yeah.
What do you call
something
it?
happened. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if they have sisters that live in Minnesota, send them down. We're not too far. It's just a border.
it's just a border.
I'll marry somebody if they want a green card. I'll marry them. Hell, yeah. So there you go, buddy. He was watching. There we go. Cool. Thank you. Before I go into jokes, I have one thing I want to say, and I never talk about politics really ever. However,
will I understand this or
maybe I don't know. There's a man named Andrew Yang who a couple of months ago, after Zelina Vega left WWE, he talked about trying to get wrestlers more protection, like basically
like condoms.
No, Jesus, Maggie. No, like for their like just like union talk, like
okay.
That,
yeah, okay, that would make sense.
Yeah,
okay.
Like get fired for no reason type thing, and he talked about that. Well, at that time, before that, he said he's always been a wrestling fan. He said that he was on Chris Jericho's show like back 2-3 years ago. He made these comments, and it was just really weird. And at that time, I figured out what he was doing. He was basically he did that because he saw how wrestling fans made his social media go up. Day before that, he was promoting a book tour, and the day after that, he was promoting his book, or he promoted his book, then he promoted his book tour, and we haven't heard anything since. Then, just yesterday, he did something, he made a tweet, and I just made a comment saying, well, what are you promoting next? Because there's something there. And all I'm saying is I do want wrestlers to get protection. I want them to get the protection Maggie's talking about too, if they need it, or
Please
want
wear
it.
a condom.
But if that's what they want, get somebody else, not Andrew Yang. He's not in it for them. He's in it for what's best for him. And that's all I'm going to say. Just look at his track record. And
also wear a condom.
And also wear a condom if you're going to do that. Now is Maggie's favorite and my favorite. Jokes.
Look at all those chickens.
Oh, so Maggie. I lost my page, so I just got to bring it right back up. I hit the wrong button. It's my first day again. Rob jokes. Here we go. So, you know how I feel about doing long jokes, but here we go. I love this one so much, I have to do it. So, this husband and wife decide to go out one night, and the wife wants to surprise her husband, and she takes him to a strip club. Sure. The couple arrive at the club, and the doorman says, "Hey, Dave, how you doing, man?" And his wife is puzzled. She asks him, "Have you been to this club before?" And he goes, "Oh, no. Dave's on my bowling team." Okay, weird. When they are seated, a waitress goes up, "Hey, Dave, would you like your usual table?" Or no, she goes, "Would you like your usual table?" Right when they're seated. And she said, "I'll move you if you want." "No, this is good. This is good." And automatically another waitress comes up and brings him a Budweiser. "How does she know you want a Budweiser?" "Oh, she bowls on the ladies' team." And then a stripper comes over and says, "Hey, Davey, you want your usual dance?" The wife is now furious. She gets up and leaves. Dave goes and chases her down. She gets in a cab. Dave gets in the cab with her. Billy, the cab driver, says, "Wow, Dave, you really got a bitch tonight."
I saw this coming.
All right.
Okay.
That was the better long one that I've done. So, because I read
granted, you didn't miss a line. So it's
you'd be surprised. I probably did. Okay, this is actually a question and a joke. Maggie, if a man masturbates after smoking marijuana, would it be considered hijacking or weed whacking? Hell.
Ask Matt Riddle.
Yeah. Okay, dad jokes. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea.
No idea. Yeah, I knew that.
Why do people avoid discussions about sunglasses? Because it's a very polarizing subject.
I think you did that.
I don't have
Select.
it in my
on Select.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
I didn't have it in my jokes list, so maybe I did. Huh. But like I told you before, I've been keeping all my jokes, so maybe I just missed that one. I don't want to repeat like I did that one show where I just repeated everything almost. Maggie, I'm not going to forget this time. What's going on? Tell me where people can follow you.
Guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Maggie_IK, where you can watch my dumbass videos. Also, Jeremy, I have not received any pictures of your kid, like whatsoever. Please Send me pictures of your child. I am so glad that everything is okay, and please tell me how your lady is doing, because as you guys remembered during our last show, Jeremy's girl was giving birth as the show was going on. And you can follow me on Instagram at maggie.ik. There's no wrestling there. It's basically me training and working out, mainly in my underpants, but it's comfortable. It's not anything whatsoever, but I did buy shorts. So I promise you, no more, underwear. I have shorts now. Yes.
Okay. So Jeremy, thank you. He sends a super chat. So you guys are amazing. We appreciate that. Have a great weekend, all. He said he just sent another photo, but all right. You can follow me at Rob Wilkins on Twitter. Otherwise, I'm occasionally on Fightful.com, not as much as I used to be. Doing some stuff on FightfulSelect.com, doing some more retro reviews. Yeah, so follow me on Twitter, follow me on FightfulSelect.com, and we love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Peace. And we're moving over to Coexisting After Dark on FightfulSelect.com right
Oh, yes,
now.
please subscribe to Fightful Select.
Yeah, subscribe to Fightful Select. We need you.